Hello and welcome everybody again to this another lesson from business communication. Today we are going to talk about resignation letter format and the points that need to be considered or focused before we could draft a resignation letter. Okay, so without any further delay, let's move on to the things that we need to know. Right, so the first thing, points to be covered. So there are going to be some points that you need to take into consideration. And once you're aware of these points, you can easily fashion a wonderful letter. So let's see what those points are. There are going to be, in order to learn how to write a simple, best email letter, one should include and focus on the 13 points given below. So, well, these are the points that we're going to discuss here. Number one, we have language should be pleasing, polite, and friendly. It's pivotal that you should have a pleasing and friendly language. Be professional and direct. Be professional and direct. State clearly that you have to resign, that you're resigning. Number three, proper notice should be given with the last day of working. There should be a proper notice before you want to leave, before you want to give it to the management, before you want to inform them about something. So there should be a proper notice. Moving on to the next one. Point number four, mention the reason of resigning, but not mandatory. It's not mandatory or completely necessary that you mention the reason. Some of the reasons could be unpleasant, could be unannoying, could be annoying rather. You wouldn't want to mention that. You would really not want to ruin the relationship, the the positive gesture actually. Number five, be thankful to the management or to the employer for the greater experience or exposure that they have given you. Number six, formal resignation, email or letter should be ended cordially. Okay, what we mean by that, we will just know when I show you the sample letter or the format. Number seven, date and time of tendering the resignation should be recorded. You should be properly mentioning the date of resigning your letter. Like there is supposed to be a date on the resignation letter, which will state that you had resigned on this particular day and you'll be serving from here till 1 month notice or something, whatever it is, which varies from job to job, from company to company. Then resignation letter should be stated in the address line. I will show you that too. Then last day of work should be mentioned and highlighted. Okay, you should mention that this is going to be the last working day, and from today onward, it's going to be my notice period and blah, blah, blah. Okay, then number 10, add statement of gratitude to keep the relationship positive. That's very important, that you want to keep the relationship positive. Okay, maybe you need something in the future, you need to have a contact with them, so it's supposed to be a very good ending. Number 11, share information if you have any to the employer or with the employer. If there is something that you think that the employer should know, just give him that details. Number 12, conduct spell check and proofreading. Yeah, that's important, that once you have written your letter, you should use spell check or let someone read it for you. Okay, you just give it to someone and he may proofread it for you. Sometimes it's the best option to give it to someone else rather than reading it by yourself. There's a tendency of repeating, there's a tendency of committing a mistake when you read it yourself. Okay, there's a different version, there's a different thing when you read and when somebody else reads it. And number 13, conclude with signature. Okay, just put a signature over there. So these are the 13 points that you need to focus before you could draft a wonderful resignation letter. So let's jump into what we have to do next. Here is a format, a sample kind of thing for you. So it's going to be a resignation letter for a teacher. It's someone who's working at a school, a teacher definitely, and he or she is wishing to resign from the job. So it's a pattern for that. However, we can change this pattern into a normal person, the person who's working in a company. So this can also be useful for that as well. We just need to make some changes there. Okay, first we have date on the top. Okay, date could be replaced here. We can put this date that is on the right top. We can put it here after the signature. Or if even if we omit this date, it will still do it. It won't be a problem. And we can just if it is here, just right there at the after the signature, it will still be okay. And you can mention the date here somewhere here. That will still be working. So starting to Mr. Principal name, okay. Except a principal, if you're working in a company, you can write manager's name, the manager, and the company's name, and the company's address, and city, state, zip code, whatever it is. That's how it is going to work for everybody. Okay. Then you need to put this one, subject, resignation from the post of teacher, mathematics, or whatever it is. So you can change it according to the job that you are doing in a firm. Then you can say, dear sir, please accept my resignation. It's a very easy way to start your resignation. There could be multiple ways, different complicated ways of starting your letter. I mean, the resignation letter, but this one is the easiest one. Anyone could adopt it. So please accept my resignation letter from the post of mathematics teacher with the school name, put the school name here, or you can put the company name here, whatever it is. My last day of the school would be 31st, blah, blah, whatever it is. I decide to resign because of my family requirement for which I have to shift or I have to move to my native town. Okay, that's the reason you get quoted there. Then it was indeed, now you're just being grateful, giving a gratitude impression here. It was indeed a pleasure teaching in your school for the last couple of years. I highly appreciate the support and guidance I received from your good self and my colleagues and other school staff during my stay here. That's important that you include this paragraph. Believe me, you really want to do that. I have developed very close bonding with my students and colleagues, which I will always keep in memories, which I will always remember. Unforgettable memories. You can rephrase that. You can put so many different words here. Okay, this is a very emotional decision at the end, and I would miss working with such a wonderful team. I wish the school and all the best for the future endeavors. That's it. And then you can skip a line or two, and then you can write sincerely, signature, and then your name. And you can also put the date over there. It's fine. You can practice it like that. So that's gonna be it. If you have anything if you really think it's useful for you, do not forget to do whatever you have to do now. Thank you very much and have a wonderful, wonderful day.